Hey, it's Carrie from Lovely Etc. and today I'm going to show you how to build this wooden outdoor chair for super cheap. I absolutely love how this chair turned out. I built it for my back porch, but it would really work for any type of outdoor space. So I chose to build my chair using super inexpensive 2x3 construction lumber. This is the same wood that contractors use to build stud walls in houses, so it's really cheap. It's usually pine or some other really soft wood. And there's a lot of people that say you absolutely should not be using pine to build furniture or to do outdoor projects, but I disagree with both points. I have used pine to build lots of furniture and it works just fine. Probably not going to be a family heirloom that lasts for decades, but I'm fine with that. As far as using pine outdoors, any wood can last outdoors if you seal it properly. I have built an outdoor table, I've built other outdoor seating using pine, and as long as you seal it properly to withstand all the conditions outdoors, it lasts just fine. I've had some of the other furniture I built with pine out on my porch for 5 years or more now, and other than normal wear and tear, it still looks great.
What I love about using the 2x3s, most of all, they're super cheap. Any other type of wood would be way more expensive. These boards typically only cost $3 or $4 for an 8-foot length, which is a major steal. You do have to be kind of picky when you're choosing your boards though. Make sure you're picking boards that are straight, that aren't warped or twisted, and you're probably going to need to do a fair amount of sanding to get a nice smooth surface. Once you have your 2x3 pieces cut and sanded, you can start assembling your chair. This is a really simple build and it's put together primarily using wood glue and pocket holes. I'm using a Craig R3 pocket hole jig, and I like this jig because it's super cheap and still pretty easy to use, so if you're a beginner, this is a great one to start out with. You're going to start by assembling the two sides of the chair. I used 2-inch exterior screws and waterproof wood glue to attach the chair arms to the top of the two chair legs. Just countersink these screws so that you can fill the holes with wood plugs or wood filler later. Then you can use pocket screws to attach the lower support between the two legs and repeat for the second side. And don't worry, I have a detailed tutorial plus printable build plans at my website, lovelyetc.com. The build plans have all the measurements and walk you through exactly what to do. At this point, you could leave the arms open or just use horizontal slats to close them off a bit, but I love an X detail. So I used a miter saw to cut the pieces of my X and then added pocket holes. Whenever I'm cutting angled pieces like this, I like to measure and cut each piece individually for the best fit. Even if you know the angles and the lengths ahead of time, it just always works out better if you measure it in place to make sure that everything fits perfectly. Once all your pieces are cut, you can put them together with wood glue and pocket screws. And it helps to use some 1-inch thick scrap wood just to raise the pieces of your X to the right position as you're assembling. I used pocket screws to attach the outer edges of the X, but I chose to just use a couple of finishing nails to secure the center of the X just because it gives a cleaner look and then you don't have to cover up those really obvious pocket holes later. Next, we're going to assemble the back of the chair. I love this point in a furniture build when you can start to see the final shape coming together. So to build the back, you need to start by moving the chair sides into place. Then you can connect them using two boards, one across the top and one at the seat level. At this point, you could just add a few more horizontal boards to support the back cushion, but I love having another X here. You won't really see it from the front of the chair once you have the back cushion in place, but outdoor chairs are often used on decks or patios or other spaces where they aren't against a wall and the chair back is clearly visible. So I like to have this detail that matches the sides. I created the back X's the same way as I did the side X's. Just know that the angles will be slightly different than the sides because the dimensions are different. Okay, the chair's almost done. To finish the seat of the chair, we're just going to attach a final seat board across the front of the chair, then flip it over and attach the 3 slats. And that's it. We have this super cute outdoor chair built entirely from really cheap 2x3s, and I think it looks great. Of course, you do need to finish your chair to protect it, especially since it's going to be outdoors. I filled in all the pocket holes and the screw holes on the tops of the arms, and then finished my chair with General Finishes gel stain in the color Colonial Maple. I am a big fan of using gel stain on pine just because it's easy to work with and it doesn't have a lot of the same issues with looking blotchy and uneven like a more traditional penetrating stain would. And then I finished it off with Minwax Spar urethane to seal and protect it so that it will hopefully last a nice long time outside. I designed this chair to perfectly fit standard outdoor cushion sets. A lot of times they're called deep seat cushions, and they usually come in a set of 2 cushions, one for the bottom and one for the back. Typically, they are 24 by 24 inches, and you can find them pretty much anywhere that you can find outdoor furniture. I got my cushions from Home Depot, but there are tons of options out there. And as long as they're standard cushions, they should fit the chair really well.
And that's the chair. I hope you can see that this really is an approachable build. It's not super complicated, but the results look absolutely beautiful and a step above just your basic outdoor chair. Don't forget you can get the printable build plans and the written instructions over at my website, Lovely Etc. And you might want to also check out my video on the coordinating DIY daybed. It really makes amazing outdoor seating. I've been using it on my porch for the last 4 years, and not only is it great for seating when you have people over, but it's also the perfect spot for a good porch nap, and I do love a porch nap. So check that out, and if you haven't, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, Lovely Etc., where I share inexpensive DIY ideas for creating a home that you love.